okay, let's come here. And we just went to Daiso and the Nike store. So we went to the Nike store and we got some new shirts because of Daddy's scar. It really,
it's not even a scar yet, it's just more an open wound.
Yeah, an
it's
open
taped together.
wound. A taped together wound.
I dream of the day it will be only a scar.
Well,
right now
it's scab.
It's not even, yeah, I suppose it's kind of scabbed over, but yeah, it's a pain is what it is. A source of much pain.
Yeah. And then we went to Daiso and we got a lot of these stuff because like just the stuff in Japan is so amazing.
Yeah, there's just a cool little Japanese convenience store, kind of hardware store that they happen to have one here. Yeah. Remember, that's where I bought the tools.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's where we still use those screwdrivers that came from Daiso. That like craft skeleton, I think we bought there. Yeah, that was a really good store when we were in Tokyo. So it was fun to just kind of poke around in there a little bit and get some stuff.
I really love when they have stores from other countries here. Like just like a teeny bit, like when it's like, so it's not necessarily like a fancy Japanese store, it's just a Japanese store.
Yeah.
Convenient.
Yeah, like a real normal Japanese store. But the Nike shirts too, like they have the like really soft material that's made for like people who are working out, so that there's not a lot of chafing and stuff like that. And those are also excellent for my wound to not be too irritating on my open wound. So I had to get a couple of shirts for that.
I really love, like, I actually got a shirt from like Old Navy's B-Fit section and I love it because it's so soft.
Yeah, they're real soft. So that was really good. I've got my follow-up appointment is in the morning, my first post-op follow-up visit since leaving the hospital. And so this was also a little bit of a test of getting out and walking around and taking a decent walk and seeing how painful it was and what it's going to feel like when I get back and take my meds and stuff. And yeah, dealing with hills and transit and all that. So now having to get in the morning, jump up and drive over there will be, or not drive, but probably ride the train. Back over to the hospital and see my doctor for the first time in a little bit. He popped in right after surgery, but I just got a chance to say hi real quick. It'd be nice to thank him because they were remarkable. Like, I'll do a nice wrap-up video when we get home and talk about the whole process as a big picture. But these guys were amazing. UW, the medical center out here, is fantastic. The team is second to none. Like, I don't know that I've ever been involved with sort of a more competent team of people doing what they do, and they were great. And Dr. Ray Hill, who was my surgeon, was just fun. Everybody was phenomenal. And even when things went wrong, they were totally on top of getting them put back together. The Hotel Andra, which I'll shoot some video down the lobby later tonight, they've been really great. The hotel's really fantastic, right?
Yeah.
They've been super nice and helpful, and they kind of know what's going on.
And they can tell us like how.
Yeah, they've been really nice. Here. Yeah, I think I mentioned when we checked in, right, that when I came in, checked in, when was it? I don't know, Tuesday night. I was checking in and the guy at the front desk is saying, oh, I hope everything goes okay with your surgery. And I was like, okay, cool. And he goes, oh yeah, your mom checked in earlier. So yeah, we all know what's going on. And so Nani was spreading the word about what was happening.
They've been super helpful, although he started going downstairs and sitting. They have like this really nice little sitting area, like a lot of hotels.
Yeah, I'll shoot, when I go down tonight and chill out by myself, I'll shoot some video there.
A really nice like fireplace sitting area, and you've just been going down and sitting there.
Yeah, I sit like right up against the fireplace practically, so the heat just absorbs into my wound. It feels all kind of natural healing to be sucking in all that heat. But yeah, I think that makes them uncomfortable because I'm down there waddling around in my pain and agony, and they don't know if they should be helping me or doing something. Yeah, they're very funny, but they're like they couldn't be more helpful. Everybody has been awesome. And so tomorrow I think though I'll go do that, and then I'll be done with official commitments, and then we just have to decide how much longer we want to stay, chill out, and you know, our flight right now is not back until next Tuesday. Yeah. And we may leave it at that because I'm still in quite a bit of pain, and so getting around and getting up to the airport and then sitting on the plane and having to sit still for 3 hours or so is not something I'm ready for yet, I don't think. I'll take a little extra dose of my meds. But yeah, so far everything's been really awesome. The recovery's gone faster than I expected it to. I've been feeling definitely healing power, and whoa, is it going out of focus?
I don't know, yeah, it is. It's going way out of focus for some reason.
Here, there we go. So I'll get it to, yeah, it's been going a lot faster than I expected it to go, and I'm really happy about that. Certainly, I couldn't be more thrilled that I'm healing faster than I thought I would. And this is, what, so Friday was the surgery, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, today's Wednesday, so 5 days. Yeah, 5. And I'm feeling, you know, definitely not back to normal, but I can definitely think a little bit more clearly. I feel, with the mostly with the pain meds, I think, like my head's just not quite working the way that I want it to. My body's not responding correctly. So when I type, I notice if I get at the computer and I start typing, I'll type out a sentence, and when I look up, that sentence is not at all what was in my head. And it felt normal, like I was touch typing, like I don't look when I type normally. And so it felt like I was typing normally and correctly, but for some reason when I look up at it, it's not, the words didn't come out the way I typed them.
Like, is it a word?
No, it's not even different. It's like misspelled, like my hands kind of got on the wrong, like it's like I typed over my hands in the wrong base position or something.
Yeah.
And it's like
flight controls.
Yeah, like we talked about when I was doing the VR game with the X-Wing fighter. And so a lot of times people who don't play a lot of video games, when they're on the inverted flight control, so when you pull back, you go up, and when you push forward, you go down.
Yeah.
Like I'm really used to that kind of as a flight control, and when somebody gets on it and they're not used to those inverted flight controls, it's real disorienting for them to play. And that's what my life feels like right now a little bit. I feel kind of like I'm on inverted flight controls because my body's not quite responding the way I expect it to when I give it input. But yeah, good times. We're gonna walk back over to the hotel. We probably need to figure out dinner at some point, and then just because I'm awake a lot off and on in the night, I go downstairs and sit by the fireplace, and I'll kind of give you guys a little bit more of a wrap up and maybe talk about the hotel a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, we'll talk to you in a minute. Okay, so hey guys, I'm down here in the lobby. It's not too late. I don't know, it's like 10 o'clock or something maybe. Here in the Hotel Andra in Seattle. There'll be a link down in the description where you can check out the hotel website. It's one of the nicer hotels that I've ever stayed in. I mean, we've been a lot of places, so we stay in a lot of hotels, and I've traveled for work and pleasure and lots of different things, and so I've hit different hotels up, all kinds of places, and sometimes you run into a real gem kind of out in the middle of nowhere. I know there was one in Malaysia that I stayed at, but it was just ridiculous, right? But this is like a little downtown kind of boutique hotel. It's one of the coolest places I've been in a long time. And they have been ridiculously nice and supportive to us here. So, you know, I've basically had to build a reclining bed out of pillows, more or less, in my bedroom. So that we got a nice suite, so I kind of have my own room to recover in. We got a ton of extra pillows and sort of built a nice slope in there so I can get up and out of bed on my own pretty easily. They have this beautiful fireplace down here. I really love at night to come sit by the fire a little bit and just soak in some of the warmth and the heat into my side. I'm sure it's just purely psychosomatic, but it makes me feel a ton better to sort of have some of that warming energy flowing in. You know, we've certainly every request we've had, they've been able to meet, and so it's a beautiful little place. Highly recommend if you guys are visiting Seattle, check out the Hotel Andra. It's, like I said, there'll be a link in the description where you can check them out. It's really close to downtown. It's right by the Westlake train stop. So it's easy to hop on the train and go out from the airport or out to the university. You can walk down to Pikes. There's tons of great food around here. It's been a really excellent place to recover so far. I couldn't possibly be happier with it. It took us a few times. We actually changed hotels. We were trying to figure out like what we could afford and whether we should stay out by the hospital or stay closer to town. I really wanted to get something with a good high walk score so that I could walk and at least walk and get coffee. And so when I started moving around again and exercising, would be a good place for me to stay. So after several tries, we settled on this place. I stayed here for one of my pre-op visits just to test it out and make sure it was all good. And it's been fantastic. So I couldn't possibly be happier with where we ended up. So just wanted to give them a huge thumbs up and a shout out in the video. And if you guys are interested, so number one, if you're looking at the possibility even of having to do something like this, UW was an amazing facility and the doctors were ridiculously amazing. So I think if you're at the University of Washington, is a great place to look into if this is something where you need services. And if you're going to be out here staying in this area, the Hotel Andra was really, really cool too. I know the kids bought like a little adventure pack sort of ticket book that covered a lot of things that they've been doing, and they'll probably talk about that, and they're going to go to the Science Center tomorrow, so they'll talk a little bit more about the pack that they got. It's something that you guys can do if you come out and visit here as well. But for now, definitely check this place out and let me know what you think about it if you end up staying. If you stay here, say hi for me, because most of them know who I am now, or you can at least say the guy that had the kidney donation. They'll certainly know who that is. It should be a good time. But yeah, please give them a look if you're thinking about staying out here in Seattle at some point. I've been extremely happy.
Okay, so that was our day in Seattle. Relatively calm day. We didn't really go out and do much. But I kind of like it that way. Just kind of being able to hang out and have some fun. We also got Pocky at Daiso, which I'm very, very happy about. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye! Bye! Did you just put a